We all have a purpose. It's not to get up and argue about politics and talk about science and health and all this jazz. Listen to your instinct. I'm begging you.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Breuer.
Hey, this is Jim Brewer.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm
made it
doing
home.
great.
We made it home.
Yes, we
Are
did.
you doing great? Are you
I'm
being
doing
honest?
awesome. Compared to the last 2 days, I am fantastic.
So Mike and I were stuck in Corpus Christi, Texas for a few days. So we finished our Texas run, which I got to say, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Now, our last text messaging, was I getting too crazy? Am I seeing something there? I feel like we have something there. So I'm talking over everyone's head, but long story short, Joe Sib text and he writes, Slayer. I forgot the Slayer.
Yep.
The lead singer of Slayer came to one of the shows. Tom came and with his wife. I want to have them on the show. That'd be fun. Slayer, steaks, sock puppets, ice plunges, camping, good barbecue, bad barbecue, Rogan, coffee talks. Oh shoot, U-turn on freeways.
Yeah, I watched the clip on that yesterday. That was pretty awesome.
It wasn't a U-turn. What happened was we were in conversation and we're driving. I forgot where we were driving. I think we were
on our way to Corpus.
We might have been driving from Austin, Texas to Corpus Christi, and I'm watching. I'm just thank God I'm looking at this gas station, and I went, should I get gas? Last time I checked, it was a little low, and then I looked it down, and it was under the red line, the empty line. I went, oh my God, we're gonna run out of gas. So I pulled over on the highway. And, it was one of those exits where it was the oncoming ramp. We already passed the getting off, but now it was coming back on the ramp. And you've seen those morons that will try to back up. There was no side road. So I had a quick decision. Do I back up on this road and pray to God no one comes down it? Or, all right, hold on, everybody. We're going four-wheeling. And I made the right. It was a little bit of a divot. I think Joe Sib was a little nervous. He definitely was a little nervous. John Michael was not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe was doing it. This is what Joe Sib does when he's nervous. Like, okay, yeah, no, we're driving across highways. Okay. Yeah, no, we're doing this. We're going down a hill. Okay. Yeah, here we go. All right, this ain't okay, here we go. Christ.
What?
My gas, it's like fucking super zero.
Oh, shit.
So we're gonna pull anyone coming behind us? Put the thing out of the way for a second.
What thing out of the way?
Dude, do you think I can make that?
Like drive down there?
Yeah.
Yes. I was thinking
I
that.
totally think that.
I think you can do it. I think you can get down up there better where there's like a little road. Or that's a bridge. Sorry, you're right. That's a bridge. You gotta get punk. There we go. This is punk rock. Just go slow. Go slow. Here we go. Whoa.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I am so glad I just found that. I don't know if I would have made it to the gas station.
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Look at it's below fucking the E line.
Whoa.
Oh my God. There's so much inside here, and I know it's very frustrating for you to listen or to be watching and listening, but I tell you,
What was the Irish person's name? Something Egan?
Diarmid.
Dearman
And
Egan.
And Diarmid Egan actually texted me. How random is that?
No way.
Dude, you don't understand. I haven't heard from this guy. I hear from him once every blue moon. When I say blue moon, I haven't seen him maybe in 25 years,
Really?
at least. And
Dude.
out of nowhere, as we're sitting there hanging out um, in Austin, and we were talking about Irish names, and I would bring up all this stemmed from a video. Do you have that video, Mike?
We'll flog you up and down the place.
I'm out here in the cold, just to show you I'm not a bitch.
Just to show
I'm
you
in a tank top.
In a tank
Yeah,
top. And I swear,
Hey!
I swear, you'll be shining into a for 2 weeks after I'm done with you. You dirty shining.
You
You
eat
pyramid.
your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So Dino is just, he plays a character. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. He's so funny. And Dino's coming. I guess he was doing this character of this video he saw of these two Irish kids, basically hyping up how they're going to kick your ass. And then I said, "Oh, I grew up with a bunch of Irish kids. The Egan's. The Egan's grew up with the Egan's. Diarmid, Aidan, Sean, Vincent. Aidan. That's Aidan Egan. That's a Irish. Diarmid. Egan. Come inside now. I get that's like Scottish. Diarmid Egan. Come inside. You're in trouble, me friend. You lad. I don't know if I could do an Irish accent. But anyway, out of nowhere, I'm talking about Diarmid Egan, and I tell the greatest story when the Egan boys came home as altar boys with their outfits still on, and they beat the living snot out of each other in the mud. One of the greatest childhood memories I ever had in my whole life. Just coming back from Catholic church and beating the snot out of each other in the street for the whole neighborhood to watch while their mother it was nothing the mother could do. The mother's just, stop it, boys, stop it now. And Dearman said, boom, on the floor. At one moment, Aidan was the older Egan. Aidan was on top of Dearman, wiping mud because it just rained. So he's bleeding. He's got mud. He's slapping it on his face. And then all of a sudden, Dearman pulled the maneuver where he lifts his legs up, grabs. He was doing Gracie. What is that fight called? What is that style of fighting? Grappling. He was a grappler before grappling existed. He lifts his two legs and he wraps them around Aiden's neck and then uses his leg power to pull Aiden off of him. And then Dearmit now's on top of him and he starts wailing and he's got the mud in his face. Oh, the Egans would tear. And the whole time the mother's like, stop it, boys, stop it. You get your outfit, your altar boy outfits, for sake. She couldn't say Christ's sake. They just came back from church. For sake. Good Lord, what you doing? You're being just don't Aidan. Stop it now. Slapping. Those are the days too. Listen, the Egan boys were wild. And so out of nowhere, when we were in Corpus Christi, I get a text from Diarmid Egan. Long story short, he was at the Venetian in Las Vegas. And I guess they have my sign up that I'm performing there in March. Which I'm making a big deal, which, yeah. So the Venetian, I will be there in March. So get your tickets, jimbrewer.com. If you've seen Country Boy Will Survive, it's two different shows. What I'm doing right now has absolutely nothing to do with any special I have on YouTube or anywhere I have it. I'm not doing any of that material. I'm always changing material. It's always, hopefully within 4 to 6 months, another hour. Is it always the best hour? I don't know. I feel like they're good hours. I feel like definitely they're good hours. So,
did you bring the hat? Did you bring the hat with you?
I didn't bring my hat.
Ah, dude. All right,
I've
I'll have pictures up for that.
so I've never wore a cowboy hat in my life. I've tried a million times. I always want to have a cowboy hat. And there's something about a cowboy hat that just demands respect. Some people may think it's whatever your opinion is on a cowboy hat. If a guy wears a cowboy hat real well, I'm telling you right now, there's nothing more. If I had a lawyer, he came walking in with a cowboy hat, I'm like, oh, we're gonna win this case. We're gonna win the case. He's got a cowboy hat. He's he knows what's going on. If we if I went gambling in Vegas and I'm with a guy that says, listen, you're gonna get one with me, I'm gonna show you everything. He's got a cowboy hat. I'm in. If you got a cowboy hat and you're trying to sell me insurance, I'm most likely gonna buy it. I don't know what it is about a real good a cowboy hat. It's just it's so bad ass in my opinion. And there's others that wear cowboy hat like, dude, you should not have a cowboy hat on. You're not a real deal. Well, I finally got a cowboy hat. Someone gave it to me. And so I wore it at the airport. I wore it everywhere. And when I came home, clearly my wife wants nothing to do with the cowboy hat. And I'll tell you why. Because when I landed in Fort Myers Airport and I came walking off the plane and I waited by the curb for her to come pick me up, I had my cowboy hat on. I was pretty excited to have my cowboy hat on. She rolled up, didn't even acknowledge it.
Ooh.
Didn't say, "Ooh, wow, like the cowboy hat," or "Tim, that's not you." Nothing. Zero. Wouldn't even acknowledge and pretended the hat didn't even exist. So,
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty.
Dude, I gotta tell you, honest to God, man, with the I have the picture of the first time you put on the cowboy hat. Where were we at? We were in Stafford.
Yeah.
Your whole demeanor changed the minute you put that hat
Yes.
on. Wow, it's like you're Cowboy Jim. Like this is Cowboy Jim. Like it was
Cowboy Jim.
wow.
I think Cowboy Jim is very serious.
Oh, very, very
It's
serious.
very serious, like very like Cowboy Jim. When I put on that cowboy hat, I feel like um a moral superhero. Does that make sense? Like I know everything that's right, and we're gonna get some things done. You just let me take care. We got this. I got this. Cowboy Jim's got it. Things are going down. Cowboy Jim's got. I just rolled in with my horse. I just lassoed it. Things are going down.
Dude,
I'm on my
I'll
yeah,
cut
what?
in footage from the Austin show when you came out with it because that hat ruled that audience, man. When
Oh
you
my
came out with that hat on,
thanks, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. They did go crazy for a little bit. They
yeah,
went crazy.
yep. And then they also went crazy when you went to go put it down on the stool.
Oh, whoa! There's a whole thing with a cowboy hat. You can't put it down a certain way. The hat's all done. We're in a. By the way, what? Wait. Oh, is this like disrespectful? It's like I can't believe he did that. He comes to Austin, Texas. Comes out with a hat on, gives us a whole spiel. Respect, of course. It's like, all right, you do sound effects. I get it. Get to the joke, Brewer. Then he takes the hat off and he just purposely. I'm already afraid. Can you bring this backstage? I'm afraid. I don't want it disrespected. Put in a box. Can you get an escort for it? And I guess you can't you got to put a cowboy hat upside down so that the hole where your head would go is facing upward. I didn't know that. I don't know. all these cowboy hat rules. So I was very conscious when I was on the plane, all that stuff. And I feel like people also look at you differently when you got a cowboy hat. They're either like intimidated or they look down on you like, what's that guy? Is he on a ranch or is he a real cowboy? Is he I'm not gonna lie to you, there's part of me put it on, like see if chicks look at you differently. They don't look at you differently. Nobody looked at me differently. But I love it. My wife, nothing. Zero. Wouldn't even acknowledge my hat. Very sad. I was very sad by that.
Hey Jim, my name is Diane from Palm Coast, Florida, formerly from New Jersey. I just wanted to say last night my brother and I, we caught one of your shows on TV and we were laughing until our stomach hurt. I just want you to know that we are standing in faith with you and you have a friend in Palm Coast. Thanks for all you do.
Before even and so Monday we were supposed to pre-tape at Rob Halford, but we got stuck in Houston. Apparently, Texas and Tennessee, all these people got ice and snow, and they don't know what to do with it. You love it?
I love it.
You love being stuck.
I love it.
Yeah.
As a kid watching like Pryor or Carlin,
Yeah.
I wasn't into the comedy as much as I was like the travel, like where do they get stuck?
Right.
What kind of airports?
Yeah.
You know, that's what got me into the game.
Yeah.
It's not the shows, it's not the fancy hotels, it's not the like, oh my God, everyone's wild. It's not that. This is right here, bags, freezing cold, frozen roads, not knowing when I'm getting out of here. That's why I play the game.
Yeah, to find a hotel.
There's no hotels.
Yeah.
If everything goes my way, boom, here till Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm in. That's the thing I like.
I respect.
It's not for everybody.
I respect that.
It's not for everybody.
They don't know. Oh, we don't got shovels. We don't have salt. I mean, it was frustrating for a Northeasterner that grows up in that stuff, or some from the Midwest. I mean, Corpus Christi, Tuesday, I'm looking out. It's a sunny, beautiful day. I'm like, what do you mean we can't fly out? Who's having issues? And then you see, I guess it was black ice in Houston, and hopefully everyone was safe. But yeah, we were stuck there for 3 days. We couldn't fly out 3 days. So the tour was over, and we were still stuck. But we made the best of it, except for Mike turned into a fountain somewhere along the line.
Oh God, yeah.
You were a mess.
Dude.
It was coming out of my ass. I was throwing up. We were like, not us, not me. So I don't know what happened.
Coming out of everywhere, man. It was brutal. I did not
Yeah,
like it. Not at all.
No. And then even the day we did come home was a little worrisome because we got there and then you, Mike, made that face. I said, don't even say it.
Yeah.
You were looking at your phone. You went, oh no. I went, don't say we're not getting out of Corpus Christi on a Wednesday. Not on a Wednesday, Mike. And then sure enough, we were delayed, but we had plenty. We made it. So all was good. So tonight, I'm having a dinner. Before we get into his videos, I'm having a dinner with Kevin. Do you know what episode that was? Offhand?
Offhand, I do not, but I'll put up a thumbnail right now. Boop. Thumbnail.
Okay.
Episode.
Thank you. So Kevin came on the show, and so many people have asked about Kevin, and I'm waiting to hear a lot of results. I know for a fact at least one person who's already had incredible results with him sharing his situation with cancer and not doing the protocol of the what they always say. You got to do chemo and radiation. You got to destroy your body. It seems that, and I'm not a doctor. Go figure. What a shocker. I don't know all the facts. All I know is what I see, what I'm told by the actual people. That's all. And Kevin, he came on here and he talked about his situation. He was basically told he's in hospice. after years of chemo and years of them trying to save his cancer. And he ran into a friend. You got to listen to podcasts. It's pretty powerful. And it's all very honest and real. And he's cured from cancer. Matter of fact, Kevin texts me. He texted me this while I was on the road. Boom, boom, boom. This is pretty amazing. He writes, today I received my 9th consecutive scan since February of 2022. So this is 2 years. He was told there's no more chemo we can give you. There's no more radiation. You got stage 4. The cancer is everywhere. Today, I received my 9th consecutive scan since February 2022. Capital letters, no evidence of disease. That's just so we're going to dinner. And my wife still has to take 2 pills every day. Thank God she doesn't have to take her infusions and all that. She was on a trial at a UPenn after she was told, you might not make it, probably won't make it till the end of the year. And that was 7 years ago that we've been living with that. And then she now is down to just 2 pills a day. She has to take these 2 pills every day, and she doesn't have to do infusions. She does her scans now once every 8 months and she said, this guy, can we have dinner with him? Because I want to get off these drugs because I feel it causes this, that, and that. And I went, sure, let's go. So here it is now. My wife is intrigued by this. And I'm telling you, people, with everything that's coming out, everything online, and people are so afraid to look at things online and so afraid to research yourself. And you're so afraid when you're diagnosed with cancer, you immediately think death. That's the death. And I don't know this for a fact, but you never know. That fear causes so much stress on your body. And when you go to the doctor, my wife and I did this. The people we came across, there were multiple ones that I believe and my wife believes were preying on your fear. And they took that God role of like, hey, well, we just blast you with chemo and blast you with this. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, but for years and years and years and years and years and years, that was the only protocol. Where other countries don't have that protocol. Look into other countries; they're not all like that. I remember years ago, my brother-in-law, Vanna, he was upset because his sister had cancer, and in Germany, they wouldn't give her chemo. Listen real close to this. This had to be 15, 20 years ago. They said no. Warner was so mad. He's like, they won't give her drug. And they won't. But I said, well, what did the German doctors tell your sister? To start eating differently and eating these foods. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Only to find out she's cancer-free. Fact. From changing a diet. That's insane. I'm telling you, everything from our politics to our government to space to our history, the more and more and more we find out, the more everyone's minds are just completely blown. But at the same time, there's people that are always going to be stuck. I talked about this on Rogan. They're still going to be stuck in that little cage. I think me and Joe talked about this, where I think we end on that, despite all my rage, where it's the typical, if you grow up in a cage and then your cage, all you know is you're fed this and you drink that, and then they come at certain times, and then they finally open the cage. So many people will never go beyond where they were caged in from, and they still want to be fed at that time, and they have no clue there's an entire world that they could be part of and find out and cured. I, I don't know for a fact being cured, but all these other things that are possibility. We just don't know. And I don't know. And it's all based out of fear. It's all based out of fear. Fear controls everything in your life, almost everything in your life. It's mind boggling how powerful fear is. And I can't wait for people to start being fearless. Let's check out some videos today. Let me
Well,
see the, what, Mike?
before we even show any videos, you're talking about fear, and you're on this, what you're talking about right now. Let's throw this up real quick,
And again, I don't know if this is 100% true. I heard a
dude.
lot of people talking about it. What,
It's
Mike?
all it's all over the Cockatoo News, NBC, New York Post, Wall Street
Really?
Journal, Fox News. It says Fauci admits social distancing not based on science. Sort of just appeared.
Fauci just admitted in Congress that the 6-foot social distancing rule was completely made up and had zero scientific basis. Let me repeat that. Fauci admitted in Congress the 6-foot social distancing rule was completely made up and had zero scientific basis. 6-foot safe, 5-foot danger. If you're 6-foot safe, I'm 5-foot danger. I'm coming to breathe on you. I'm the grandma killer. There is the power of fear, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to think about how many stores you went to that marked you need to stand 6 feet apart. How many places, how many people would get violently angry at you because you were within 6 feet? Now think about this, which I've been on board since day one. Clearly from the comedy special, somebody had to say it. If he lied, let's just do common sense. This is what baffles my mind about people that believe, quote, experts or scientists and all your false idols. Your false idols go amongst experts and scientists. If someone lied to you and you put all your trust into them 100%, are you going to believe him on the next thing? So if Fauci admits, yeah, I lied about that. What else did they lie about that you still believe? Do you believe that the flu just disappeared when COVID showed up? Do you believe that the mask saves lives? Do you believe that you need to be a needle injected in you to protect you? Howard Stern has had multiple, he talks about it on air, and I love Howard. Howard's done so much for me. But it baffles my mind that I've had friends that finally, after their third, fourth shot, and then they get sick, they still They still don't get it. What is that based out of? What are you believing? What are you believing? How do you believe in anything that lies to your face? It's like I even say this about climate control. Like, what are you talking about? The 70s, they said the ice age was coming. That is a real bad off the mark mistake that you paid taxes for. They created all this money to start universities and studies and this, and then they came back 10 years later and they were off the mark again by there's a hole and it's from hairspray. How long do you have to be played, or is it pride? I wonder about that too. Pride. Because it's like saying, how many people, I'll take people that I know, even relatives or a good friend, that will be so confident in what they're saying because they believed what they saw on television. They believed the expert. They believed in all of that because it's on a tube. And if it's on a tube and they're saying it, it must be real. Is it a pride thing where you were so confident and so adamant and you lashed out to anyone that disagreed, and now it's all revealed? I mean, it can't get any sillier what you see, what the play was. What baffles my mind, how many people still have not come to the forefront? Your Gene Simmons, your all the guys that said, you're an enemy of mine if you're not vaccinated. It's all of them. Rachel Maddow makes some statement saying, we're not going to air Trump because he lies. She lied to your face. Lied right to your face. If you get it, you won't get COVID. Right to your face. So when someone does that, and now it's revealed they lied to your face and got paid real well to lie to your face. The power of money, the power of vanity for Rachel to want to be in front of the screen and sell the lie. You still buy that? You still listen to these people? Then that's on you, man. That's on you. If you're still listening, that's on you. If you're still arguing about the 6 foot safe, you're still arguing that no, if you got a thing, then you won't get caught. It definitely makes things safer. If you're still in that world, it's on you. It's on you. I love you, and I do believe we're at a stage in life where we have to really tighten up and find boundaries that will unite us. But if you're still going to argue about that, you can't. You're counted. I can't even take you seriously.
Well,
I can't
Jim,
even.
it's like you said, they're casualties of psychological warfare.
That's it.
But it's the thing is that everyone was manipulated.
Everyone.
Everyone, and if I'm pretty sure that if you've been manipulated and you've been manipulated, you don't want to admit that you've been manipulated, so you double down on whatever it is, which goes into our next video of how easy it is for humans to be manipulated.
Ah. If you can't see this, you're not watching on YouTube or on Rumble. I'm begging you to watch this video. This is mind-boggling. I just showed this to my wife too. If you don't believe how easily you are manipulated, and maybe that bothers you and you don't want to admit to it, I admit to it. It's very easy. It's very easy to be manipulated. I'm still trying to learn. I feel like we're in a lifetime where we just want to learn. Don't you want to learn instead of proving you're right all the time? Does it really feel that good to prove to be right? Watch this video. This is amazing. It starts off, this is how easily humans can be manipulated. So check this out.
Despite what you might be thinking, these two circles are not equal. I repeat, these two circles are not equal. One is in fact larger than the other. What I need you to do is determine which one that is. So please raise your hand if you believe the blue circle is larger than the red.
Blue's bigger.
All right. Please raise your hand if you believe the red circle is larger than the blue.
No way.
Very
Blue's
good.
much bigger.
Now, before I said anything about these two circles, what was your first instinct?
They're equal.
Right? Because they look equal. And the reason why they look equal is because, in fact, they are equal. These two circles are identical. Yet I got just about every one of you to raise your hand and say that they're not. So what do we learn? That you can be manipulated like that to believe in something that goes against your natural instinct. Just imagine as a child, you're taught that the blue circle is larger than the red. If you say it enough times, you convince yourself that's the truth. If you're told the lie enough times, it becomes part of your reality. And if enough people are taught that lie, that the blue circle is larger than the red, well, now it becomes part of the culture. And if that culture then passes that misinformation along to the next generation, well, now it becomes tradition. Now, The Matrix is a story. It's a story. When told enough times to enough people, it becomes part of that culture. It becomes the tradition. And this story is being told over and over every day.
Think about that. When I first watched that, it's a big blue ball and a big red ball. And he said, which one of these circles is bigger than the other? And when I first saw it, I went, no. And then I was forced to go, well, I guess, okay. You know what? The blue one's definitely bigger. And they weren't. And this is where we're at in life. You have to acknowledge the power of lying and manipulating on TV, on your news, on every channel, in every movie, in every television series. Lying to your face. Fauci just admitted. Yeah, I made it up. He made it up. And not for nothing, but there's a video when he first goes in there, and this is more of a bunker thing, and he puts his hand in his sleeve. He makes a sign. He makes a gang sign. He does the Freemason gang sign. He goes right in there, goes like that, acknowledges whoever, and then takes it out. They make all these gang signs. They make the triangle, cover the eye, hand in the pocket. They have all these different gang signs. We got manipulated. But if you feel manipulated and you don't want to admit it, well, then you need to humble yourself so we can all move along. We can't move along unless you humble yourself. It's okay to go, I got hoodwinkled. I can't believe the way I got played. The whole world got played. There was a small percentage of us that didn't get played. I did not get played. Not 1 second. I saw that, pardon my English, I saw that bullshit. And I was fighting with my agent. I was fighting with my manager. I was fighting with my children. We cannot forget that is a powerful tool to divide all of us. I hope you wake up from that. All right. I see you're lining up for the next video, which to me, is this the Ali one?
Yeah,
Mike?
this is the Ali one, yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't care what your thoughts are. If any of it, some of you don't even know who he is. It just depends how old you are. Muhammad Ali, they claim it's he was a great entertainer. I thought he was way more than a boxer, way more than an entertainer. I thought he was one of the greatest uh, speakers, spiritual guiders that I've ever heard in my lifetime. And the thing about Muhammad Ali is, just like JFK, they purposely put history, and when you think Muhammad Ali, you just think boxer. That's all you think. You don't realize that this man went after all odds. And what I mean by that, he discovered in time. Did you hear that, Mike?
I heard something. What was that?
Well, we are. By the way, we're going into a new studio, so we're in a garage. Right, I'm in my studio, but downstairs is a car garage. So I just heard the yeah. So the garage door went up. He started the car. Boom, bolted out. Yeah, it's so weird when you're in the middle of podcast and you're like. But listen to this by Muhammad Ali. This is powerful. And these are the type of speeches I feel people need to hear today.
Personality of a person, the ways of a person, the thoughts, the deeds, the actions, is all based around his heart. For what is a man? A man is his heart. A lying, cheating heart means a lying, cheating man. A loving, merciful heart means a loving, merciful man. A living heart means a living man. A dead heart means a dead man. Regardless to man's title, regardless to man's wealth, rank, or position, if the heart is not great, then he cannot be great. But if the heart is great, that man remains great under all circumstances, rich or poor, large or small. So it is the heart that makes one large or small.
And if you watch things of Muhammad Ali, it's a powerful story. I think he's one of the greatest human beings that ever came to this lifetime. Yeah, we should come up with a game show. Mike, we got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Margot's got to help us out here. We need to start having, this is the next game show. I want this within the next 4 shows. All right. You ready for this?
Yep.
We're going to have 2 people, and I think I'm going to invite one of them. I think I'm going to invite my sister-in-law because she's a lunatic when it comes to politics. We need 2 lunatic politics. 2 lunatics that believe their political party and their politics are the right way. And the game is, because this is where we're at in life, in my opinion, we are in a war. We're in a psychological war. We're in a spiritual war. And they use every tool they can to divide and spin everyone around. Guns, abortion, life, gender, whatever it is, they love to. Trump's not allowed to vote now. Like, just the stupidity. Now, whether you're a Trump fan enough, it doesn't matter if you hate Trump. They're playing on your hate. They're playing on your hate, you bananas. They're playing on your hate. Well, because he didn't break any law, dummies. He didn't break any laws. I would say this if it was Joe the fireman. He didn't break any laws, you dumbasses. He's so stupid. They're playing you. They're playing you. It's
The
just,
word of the day is manipulation.
that's it. Manipulating. Everyone's being manipulated. So how do we break this? We find a common ground. Wouldn't it be great to have a show where you have to wear either like an electric taser, like a dog? People teach the dog if he's got electric fence. So when the dog charges you and he reaches a certain point, he's getting a zap, and he knows he can't go past there. We should have that with people trying to connect. But if they bring up politics, they get zapped. And doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're a Trump guy, if you're conservative, if you're a liberal, if whatever you are. If you can't, we got to put you on a boat. We're gonna have games. We're gonna put people on boats for like 4 hours, and they got to keep the conversation going no matter what. You can't have silence more than 5 minutes. You have to find the common ground. So when you come back, not only do you respect one another, but you might even end up staying in touch and being friends. And how to help one another emotionally, psychologically, physically. But the minute that you're on the boat, you're like, you know what? I don't know, what your politics. Zapped. You just lost 20 points. Throw them overboard. You got to go swim a lap. In the water you go. Off the plank, in the water you go. And we'll bring up subjects like, okay, let's talk about, I don't know, science, whatever. There's something here. I need your help. I need the people's help on this. What is this game where we unite everyone, and then anytime they start bringing up whatever they're all hostile about, this law and this thing, okay, you got zapped. You couldn't find a common ground between the two of you. Manipulated. Gotta stop being manipulated. What else you got there, Mikey? I sent you a bunch of videos.
Yes, you did. I think this is a good one about cancel culture.
Now, I think this is another one. It's perfect for the times. Perfect on many reasons. And I'll get into it after the video. Now, this guy is pushing Christ. So I don't want people to get offended, whatever. The point of it is to exploit, cancel. Oh, you're into these politics? I cancel you. Oh, you believe in this? You're out. Oh, you believe that? You're dead to me. That is the most dangerous thought process humanity and our country could be part of right now. Watch this video. It's pretty amazing.
Yes, I have racist friends.
Oh.
And wait. And what do you think I say to my racist friends, guys?
Shouldn't be friends with them, though.
Oh, I see. So because you're racist, we can't be friends.
Yes.
Are you
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, you guys are part of a cancel culture that doesn't understand grace and forgiveness. I have friends who have been sexist, who are racist, who are homophobic. I have friends. I have atheist friends. I have agnostic friends. I have friends who've done all types of evil. And I plead with them. I love you. I'm concerned about you. Please come to Christ and allow Christ to change your life. And I don't look into the face of a white racist and say, you're a piece of dirt and I don't want to be with you. No, I plead with them. No, I shouldn't. Jesus never treated anybody that way.
That's contradictory.
No, it's not.
God would not permit that.
No, it's not contradictory. Let me explain. It's a great question.
That's not a
Man,
question.
do you think I've ever sinned? Good, you're right. You made a great point. Do you think I've ever sinned? Do you think I've ever done evil?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then why should Joshua be my friend? If I've done evil, why should Joshua be my friend in your cancel culture? Because I've done evil. You see, Jesus Christ contradicts cancel culture. Jesus Christ says you're all sinners. And now you better learn to love each other. You better learn to forgive each other. You better learn to accept each other.
That's right. Now, whether you're into Jesus, it doesn't matter. Okay, I don't care what you're into, but this cancel culture is the demons. They are the demons. And their voodoo trick is they're creating more demons. Do you understand that? You don't know where the best advice is going to come from. You don't know when you get an angel, whether you believe in that or not. A homeless person can say something to you that will rock your world, and you'll be touched, and your whole life will change. You are such a liar if you say you're not racist. No one in your family does racist jokes. No one in your family does sexist stuff. No one. You don't know anyone that is vile sometimes. You don't know anyone that's an alcoholic. You don't know anyone that's a mess in your life. You're a liar. You're a liar. I just went through this. I went on Rogan, and then I went on Alex Jones. And I've had people go, I can't believe, dude, you've disappointed me so much. I can't listen to you. Or I didn't have that, to be dead honest with you. I did not see any of those comments. And when I went on Alex Jones, I talked about unity, God, spirituality, unity, God, spirituality. At my Corpus Christi show, Joe Sybil backed me for this, and I've kept all the messages I got from doing that show. A man, a Latino guy came backstage. Doesn't matter what he is. He came backstage, him and his wife, and he was in tears, and he said, I bought the meet and greet because you changed my life when you were on Alex Jones. He goes, I saw the part. He goes, I haven't talked to my father in years. And you hit me so hard, I started sobbing. Grown man. He said he started sobbing when I was on that show. And he was driven to the point where he called his father, where he has not talked to his father in years because of his strong views and his cancel. The demons have taught you cancel culture. It's evil. It's demonic. You are basically shutting off great potential, incredible potential to grow spiritually, physically, mentally, health better for your life. We've all been taught to be so self-righteous and so right dude, you're being played. The potential of spiritual growth. I've been on Howard Stern, one of the greatest platforms I've ever been on in my lifetime. Every talk show, Rogan, Alex Jones, Tucker. If Rachel Maddow asked me on, I'd go on. I never changed my views. I've never changed my will to give. I've never changed my will. And I went to every single. When I first did Tucker, oh my God, this is before he quit. People were like, how dare you? Like, what do you mean, how dare I? Well, you should look out for what platform. Why? If I'm touching a human being and change their life from the power that we all have to touch lives, to heal lives, to spiritually enhance lives, if I have that power, am I going to purposely keep it from certain groups? You don't think every single group needs that? The liberals need it. The Democrats need it. The Republicans need it. The black people need it. The Asians, the what? Everyone needs it. Everyone. That's all we want. You're a small-minded if your attitude is you're closed off because you believe that. Oh, you believe in flat earth? Forget it. You're out. Oh, you don't believe we did the moon? Oh, you're a this, you're a that. I can't hang out with you. Well, then you are closing off ties to make life better. I'm not saying you engage, you become a racist, you become a sexist. But that was a very powerful to show how one society has been taught and manufactured to hate and cancel and believe their way is the only way. I don't think it can get any clearer than that. And that's what I've been talking about now. It's very hard for a lot of people not to be angry. And I understand that. There's still part of me going, hey man, they shut down the world. They force people to quit. They force people to move. They force people to protest. They separated when I think about that, yeah, man, it's pretty intense. It's very intense. We're all, whether you believe in God or not, that's for you to figure out. Whether you believe in a higher spirit, a higher energy, a deeper connection, that's up to you. I feel like we've been programmed a long time not to feel that way. And there's only one way to do it. And you got to go to church. And there's a billion ways to do it, in my opinion, to lead to the same light. The minute you take that out, you've lost one of the greatest tools that you've been born with, your instinct. Blue ball, red ball. Which one's bigger? Instinct says they're the same. The blue ball's bigger. If you get a shot, you won't get sick. But I got sick. Oh, that's because it changed. Get another one. My instinct says, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, but you're not a specialist. You're not a scientist. You're not a doctor. Listen to your instinct. Cancel culture is the most demonic, evil thing that's been created in a long time. We're in it, baby. You haven't talked to your dad, your mother, your sister-in-law, your brother, whoever, because you think your politics are right, because you believe you still got hate in your heart, you still got anger in your heart. You better get rid of it. You better get rid of it. It's gonna get intense. They're gonna roll out the aliens. They're gonna roll out the mass guns. We need to take the guns away again. It's the same show. It's the same show over and over and over again. How many times do you have to watch the Bugs Bunny cartoon before you go, it's just a cartoon? But the only difference is you're believing every single thing the cartoon tells you. They're programs. That's it. It's a program. Let's program these people. Let's program these people. Let's program these people. And they broadcast it. They cast it in a broad dimension. We're going to broadcast our program. You're born with everything you need. You're born with your instinct. You're born with your body, with your mind. It's all designed because you're amazing. And you have a purpose here. We all have a purpose. It's not to get up and argue about politics and talk about science and health and all this jazz. Listen to your instinct. I'm begging you. All right? All right. Please, I'm on tour. JimBrewer.com, going to Atlanta, going to the Carolinas. Merchandise, all that jazz. Get your tickets now. Completely different show than what's on the internet right now on all the specials. Thank you for hanging out. Much love to you, Mike. Good to see you. Good to talk to you. And thanks for all you do, hombre.
Thanks, sir.
Later.
Take a look around and what do you see? Lock the date down tonight, we'll make it history.
Hey, this is
Jim Breuer, and I got my own Patreon page, and hopefully you'll check it out. Live comedy concert streamed once a month. Early access to the Breuniverse podcast every single week, and have bonus footage and bonus segments. I promise you I'm not going to let you down. Go check out my official Jim Breuer Patreon page, and I'll see you there. And your purpose, your purpose. You know what sucks is when I'm really coming into the final stretch, and I'm like, I'm on to something here, Mike. And I say, and I mispronounce words. It's so annoying. And I do it all the time. Purpose. Let me tell you something about the purples. The purpose.